Letting go is one of the most powerful, yet challenging, actions we can take on the journey of personal growth and spiritual awakening. In the midst of life's uncertainties, disappointments, and unexpected turns, we often cling to control, desperately trying to shape outcomes and manage every detail. But what if instead we could surrender to the intelligence of the universe, trusting that a greater plan is always unfolding, even when it doesn't match our expectations? This is the heart of Matt Kahn's message in The Universe Always Has a Plan, the 10 Golden Rules of Letting Go. By embracing these 10 timeless principles, we can learn to release our grip, open our hearts, and experience the profound peace that comes from trusting in life's divine orchestration. The first golden rule is simple, yet transformative. You are always exactly where you need to be. In our daily lives, it's easy to feel as if we're falling behind, missing out, or not living up to our full potential. We compare ourselves to others, measuring our progress by external standards. But this rule invites us to recognize the perfection of our current moment. Every experience, no matter how mundane, frustrating, or painful, is part of a larger tapestry, woven together by the universe's infinite wisdom. Instead of resisting where you are, soften into it. See the hidden gifts, the subtle lessons, and the opportunities for growth. Trust that you haven't made any mistakes, and that every detour and delay is guiding you home to yourself. The second golden rule is to cultivate gratitude for what is, instead of longing for what isn't. Our minds are wired to focus on what's missing, what could be better, or what we wish we had. This constant striving creates a sense of lack and robs us of joy. But gratitude is the key that unlocks abundance. When we shift our attention to what is already present, the breath in our lungs, the love in our lives, the beauty of the world around us, we open ourselves to receiving even more. Gratitude is not just a feeling, it's a practice, a way of seeing. Each day, make it a habit to acknowledge 3 things you're thankful for. Over time, you'll discover that even in the midst of challenges, there is always something to appreciate. The third golden rule is to allow yourself to feel without judgment. Emotional pain is inevitable, but suffering arises when we resist or suppress our feelings. We tell ourselves we shouldn't feel angry, sad, or afraid, that we should be stronger, happier, or more positive. But emotions are not enemies to be conquered. They are messengers, guiding us toward healing and wholeness. When you feel a wave of emotion rising, don't push it away. Instead, greet it with curiosity and compassion. Notice where it lives in your body and breathe into the sensation. Let your feelings move through you like clouds drifting across the sky. By making space for your emotions, you create the conditions for true release and transformation. The fourth golden rule is to honor your boundaries and trust your intuition. Letting go does not mean abandoning self-care or sacrificing your needs for others. In fact, it requires a deep commitment to listening to your inner wisdom, the quiet voice that knows what feels right, what feels safe, and what feels true. Boundaries are not walls. They are bridges to authentic connection. When you honor your own limits, you give others permission to do the same. This creates relationships based on mutual respect and understanding, rather than obligation or resentment. Trust that your intuition is a direct line to the universe, guiding you toward what serves your highest good. The fifth golden rule is to forgive yourself and others. We all carry wounds, memories of past hurts, betrayals, and regrets. These stories can become heavy baggage, weighing us down and preventing us from moving forward. Forgiveness is not about condoning harmful behavior or forgetting what happened. It is about freeing yourself from the burden of resentment. When you forgive, you release the grip that the past has on your present. Begin by extending compassion to yourself. Acknowledge your mistakes and imperfections with kindness, knowing that you did the best you could with the awareness you had. As you practice self-forgiveness, you'll find it easier to extend that same grace to others. In this way, forgiveness becomes an act of liberation. The sixth golden rule is to embrace uncertainty as a friend, not an enemy. We crave security, predictability, and control. Yet, life is inherently unpredictable. The more we struggle to control outcomes, the more anxious and rigid we become. Letting go means accepting that you cannot foresee every twist and turn on your path. Instead of fearing the unknown, approach it with openness and wonder. Imagine that the universe is conspiring in your favor, even when you can't see the bigger picture. Remember the times when unexpected events led to blessings you never could have planned. When you embrace uncertainty, you make space for miracles to unfold. The seventh golden rule is to act with love, not fear. Every choice we make is rooted in either love or fear. Fear tells us to protect, to withdraw, to defend. Love invites us to open, to trust, to give. When faced with a decision, pause and ask yourself, am I choosing this out of fear or out of love? Letting go means choosing love, even when it feels vulnerable or risky. It means extending kindness to yourself and others, speaking your truth with compassion, and letting your actions be guided by the highest intentions. Love is not always the easiest path, but it is always the most transformative. The eighth golden rule is to release attachment to outcomes. We invest so much energy in trying to guarantee specific results, whether in relationships, careers, or personal goals. While it is important to set intentions and take inspired action, attachment to outcomes creates tension and disappointment. The universe has a way of delivering what we need, not always what we want. Practice holding your dreams lightly, like sand in your palm. Do your part, and then surrender the rest. Trust that whatever unfolds is for your highest good, even if it looks different from what you imagined. The ninth golden rule is to see every challenge as an opportunity for growth. Difficulties are not punishments, but invitations to evolve. When life presents obstacles, instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" try asking, "What is this teaching me?" Each challenge holds a hidden lesson, a chance to develop resilience, compassion, or wisdom. Reflect on the hardships you've faced and notice how they shaped you into the person you are today. By reframing challenges as opportunities, you transform suffering into empowerment. The 10th and final golden rule is to remember that you are never alone. The journey of letting go can feel isolating, especially when you're moving through deep pain or loss. But the universe is always supporting you, in ways both seen and unseen. You are surrounded by guides, angels, and loved ones, both physical and spiritual, who walk beside you. Even when you feel abandoned or misunderstood, you are held in an infinite web of love. Take comfort in knowing that your struggles are part of a collective experience, and that your healing ripples out to touch countless others. These 10 golden rules are not rigid commandments, but living principles to be woven into the fabric of your daily life. They are reminders to soften your grip, open your heart, and trust in the benevolent intelligence that orchestrates all things. Letting go is not a one-time event, but a lifelong practice, a dance between effort and surrender, intention and release. As you journey with these rules, you may notice subtle shifts in your awareness. You may find it easier to relax into the present moment, to greet challenges with curiosity instead of dread, and to approach yourself and others with greater compassion. You may begin to witness the synchronicities and serendipities that arise when you relinquish control and allow the universe to guide your steps. Even when life feels chaotic or uncertain, these principles serve as a steady anchor, reminding you that you are always supported. Letting go does not mean giving up or becoming passive. It means aligning your actions with trust rather than fear. It means showing up for yourself and others with an open heart, even when it hurts. It means honoring the natural ebb and flow of life, the cycles of birth and death, gain and loss, joy and sorrow. When you let go, you become a participant in the great unfolding, rather than a spectator clinging to the sidelines. This practice is not about perfection. There will be days when you forget, when old patterns resurface, and when the urge to control feels overwhelming. Be gentle with yourself. Each moment is an opportunity to begin again, to return to these golden rules, and to remember that the universe's plan is always greater than your own. Along the way, you may notice changes in the way you relate to others. As you release attachment and judgment, your relationships deepen. You allow people to be who they are, rather than who you want them to be. You offer love freely, without expectation or demand. Conflicts become opportunities for understanding, and differences are celebrated instead of feared. By letting go, you create space for authentic connection and intimacy. You may also notice changes in your relationship with yourself. As you practice self-forgiveness and compassion, your inner critic softens. You become your own ally, rather than your harshest judge. You honor your needs and boundaries, trusting that you are worthy of love and respect. This self-acceptance radiates outward, drawing supportive people and experiences into your life. Perhaps most profoundly, letting go allows you to experience a deeper sense of peace and freedom. When you are no longer bound by the need to control, impress, or protect, you are free to simply be. You discover the joy of presence, the richness of each moment, unburdened by anxiety about the future or regret about the past. You realize that true safety comes not from certainty, but from trust. Trust in yourself, trust in the process, and trust in the universe's unwavering support. The journey of letting go is ongoing, and there will always be new layers to release. Old wounds may resurface, and unexpected challenges may arise. But with each letting go, you become lighter, clearer, and more attuned to the subtle guidance of your soul. You begin to see that life is not happening to you, but for you. Every experience, no matter how painful or confusing, is a stepping stone on your path. As you integrate these 10 golden rules into your life, remember that you are a co-creator with the universe. Your intentions, actions, and choices matter, but so does your willingness to surrender, to trust that there is a wisdom greater than your own, guiding you every step of the way. When you let go, you invite miracles, synchronicity, and grace into your experience. In the end, the universe's plan is not something to be feared or resisted, but embraced with open arms. It is a plan rooted in love, designed to lead you home to yourself. By letting go, you discover the freedom, peace, and joy that are your birthright. The universe always has a plan, and you are an essential part of its unfolding.